Bobbie Gentry is still one of the biggest legends of the country music scene. She made her debut with a unique sound and lyrics that touched millions around the world. However, like every star's journey into the world of music, Bobbie experienced many hardships and competition, which would eventually lead to her mysteriously leaving the industry forever. Her story has not been recorded by many people, which is why this list of amazing facts from Bobbie Gentry's journey will blow your mind. Hey, before we begin, remember to subscribe to our channel for 3 years of good luck. We also love to interact with our community, so leave "I subscribed" in the comments and we'll respond with a witty comment soon. She got her first piano thanks to the family cow. Here's something you don't hear every day. Bobbie was born in Chickasaw County, Mississippi in 1942. Her life was off to a difficult start from the beginning as her parents divorced when she was a baby, forcing her mother to move to Bobbie's grandmother's farm in California. Without water or electricity, Bobbie's family had no way to help her aspirations of becoming a singer. However, her grandmother had the brilliant idea of trading one of the family cows for a neighbor's old piano. Thus, at the age of 7, Bobbie composed her first song, "My Dog Sergeant is a Good Dog." Her first duo performance was with her mother. When Bobbie was 13, her mother remarried and moved them to Palm Springs. Because her mother was also a talented singer, the two formed a duo group called Ruby and Bobbie Myers. They only performed for a short period of time, but what Bobbie got from the experience was an even greater passion for her music and her first stage name, Ruby Gentry. Bobbie initially studied as a philosophy major. Despite her passion for music, it isn't surprising that Bobbie chose to study philosophy instead at UCLA. Music could not provide her a stable source of income at the time, and philosophy seemed to bring more work opportunities. But that doesn't mean that Bobbie abandoned her passion. She occasionally performed at nightclubs and country clubs and earned a fan in Bob Hope, a British comedian, actor, and singer. Abandoning philosophy for music. Slowly, Bobbie acquired a small fan base of her own, which allowed her to earn some money from her live performances. She took this opportunity to drop out of philosophy and enrolled in the LA Conservatory of Music. She studied arranging, music theory, and composition. Meeting Jody Reynolds and first music release. In 1966, Bobbie attended a Jody Reynolds concert in a nightclub. Because of the small space, Bobbie was able to get in touch with Reynolds and asked if she could attend one of her recording sessions. Her attempt to make a new contact in the industry initially seemed like a success. Bobbie and Reynolds recorded 2 songs together, "Stranger in the Mirror" and "Requiem for Love." Although both songs were released to the public, neither was able to reach the charts, and thus Bobbie's attempts at a music career continued. First success with "Ode to Billy Joe." In 1967, Bobbie decided to switch her ambitions to becoming a songwriter instead of a singer. She wrote her first professional song, "Ode to Billy Joe," and searched for someone to sell it to. The song spoke of a true event where a man named Billy Joe jumped off the Tallahatchie Bridge across the Mississippi River. The song spoke of the mysteries of the unconscious mind and the unseen troubles that so many people go through. However, getting someone to sing the song was too expensive for Bobbie, so she ended up singing it on her own. Her talent was quickly spotted by producer Kelly Gordon, as she was signed to Capitol Records in the same year. First single, "Mississippi Delta." Bobbie's first single, "Mississippi Delta," was a more commercial-style song than "Ode to Billy Joe." The idea was to grab an audience of the times as soon as possible, for which "Ode to Billy Joe" was considered too dark to do the job. The plan was a success as initial interest in "Mississippi Delta" quickly rose and fans asked for a full album. Bobbie's first album, "Ode to Billy Joe," was released in 1967 to fantastic reviews. The album won 3 Grammy Awards that same year for Best New Artist, Best Record, and Best Female Pop Vocal Performance. This was the beginning of a huge career for Bobbie Gentry. The Delta Sweetie, and continued rise to fame. In 1968, Gentry was part of the Sanremo Italian Song Festival. Interest in her music continued to grow, with many international fans now hoping to see her perform live. This is where Bobbie's second album was created. Named Delta Sweetie, the album was almost entirely composed and performed by Bobbie. However, this would be the first shock of the realities of the music industry that Bobbie experienced. Even though it is well known by everyone who was part of the album that Bobbie was its main composer and creator, most of the credit ended up going to the in-house producer at Capitol named Kelly Gordon. This was undoubtedly a huge hit for Bobbie, who cherished her music and used it to express her roots and her childhood. No one but Bobbie could possibly understand the Mississippi area better than her. Delta Sweetie did not reach the same success as her first album, and many attribute this to Bobbie feeling dejected after most of her creative credit was removed. Her live performances were different, and she spent less time interacting with fans. Second disappointment in the industry, and patchwork. Bobbie had many performances around the world during this period, and in 1968 she had impressed the heads of the BBC. She was asked to host a variety show on BBC Two, making her the first female ever to host the show. However, she wasn't just the host of the show. She was also the creative director of everything that happened. She chose the style of the show, performances by other singers, design, and even the theme for the entire show. She would go on to host 6 full episodes of the variety show, which was released to excellent reviews both from the BBC and the general public. Many people wanted her to continue, but Bobbie stopped. It was many years later that people learned the true reason for Bobbie's disappearance from BBC Two. Once again, all credit for the success of the show was taken away from Bobbie and given to producer Stanley Dorfman. This was the second hit from the music industry that really shook the belief that Bobbie had in pursuing her dream. In fact, the effect was so difficult that her following albums, Local Gentry and Touch 'Em With Love and Fancy, failed to achieve the success of her previous ones. Bobbie's creativity and pursuit of success in the industry was shattered. Bobbie's last album, Patchwork, was released in 1971. Finally, this was an album entirely written and produced by Bobbie, and also the only one that is officially entirely credited to her. Mysterious disappearance from the music industry. Bobbie Gentry's disappearance from the music industry is often described as mysterious. However, when we take into account all of the disappointment that she went through, it's not nearly as surprising. Bobbie decided to wait for her contract with Capitol Records to end, which happened in 1977. Afterwards, she produced a few more singles on her own. This includes a remake of the song Steal Away by Jimmy Hughes and Another Place, Another Time for the film Macon County Line. Her final public appearance was on April 30th, 1982, as an attendee of the Academy of Country Music Awards. After this event, Bobbie never performed again and never gave another interview. It's strongly believed that her disappointment in the music industry was the main reason for her early retirement at the age of 40. She now lives a very private life near Memphis, Tennessee. Have you heard of Bobbie Gentry's story? Which of her songs is your favorite? Let us know in the comments below and check out the next video in this series.